Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the 10,000 Simoleon Starter Home Challenge. This has been a very popular challenge in the past few days, and so I thought I would take a shot at it. So far most of the houses that I've seen that have been a part of this challenge have been more of the traditional cottage style house, and I really hadn't seen too many that were more of the Spanish style houses. So this is a Spanish style house. As you can see, this is originally a bigger house than what we end up with. I got a little too overexcited with how much space I could actually get for just 10,000 simoleons. Typically, if you're not familiar with The Sims, a starter home is anything that's considered to be under 20,000 simoleons. So we've basically chopped our budget in half and only have 10,000. So it's a little trickier, but it's definitely doable. So I used the front door from the movie Hangout Stuff Pack because I don't know that I've ever used that door before, but it's so pretty and I thought it would really fit this style of house. I also wanted to do a house that was not a studio style house and actually had a full separate bedroom. So obviously with that in mind, then I did have to make some sacrifices in other places. So you'll see in a little bit, we get rid of the left side of the house if you're looking at it from the front door. And a lot of the furnishings are the really kind of cheap used furniture that came with the City Living expansion pack. Just because, anywhere that I could save a little bit of money, I was going to do it. So the fridge is super cheap. The counters are like the nasty beat up counters. The stove is the cheapest one possible. That table is not a cheap table. Well, it's a cheap table, but it's not a banged up, nasty table from City Living. It's just an inexpensive table. But the bed is also from City Living, and it's not in great shape either. But, if you only have 10,000 simoleons, you're not going to be able to get nice things. So we end up taking off the left side of the house there. But, it's pretty easy to add it back on if you're playing with this house and your sim gets a little bit more money. It's just symmetrical from the other side. So, also, when I was doing the living room for this house, I realized that there was no way for me to get what I wanted and also have money in the budget for a computer or a TV. So in this house, your sim has a radio for fun, and they also have a bookcase, but no TV, no computer. Again, if you're playing with only 10,000 simoleons, that's something that your sims can work towards if you want to have them do that, but it's not something that, you can necessarily afford, not without having to sacrifice other things. And I wanted to make sure that this house was spacious enough that if your sim wanted to have company over, there would be room for them to do that without having to crowd around one little table or, there's some space in this house. So again, you have to make some sacrifices if you want nicer things. I also chose to do a warm color palette throughout the living room and the kitchen and the bathroom because I thought that really fit this style of house. But the bedroom I did in more of a cool palette because cooler colors like blue and green are supposed to be more relaxing. And I figured, we could put that in. So yeah. I also added a dresser in the bedroom just because I figured it was a little bit more authentic than not having a dresser. I know we don't have to have them. As long as you have a mirror, your sim can go in and edit their appearance and change their outfits. But personally, I like having the dresser there because it's more realistic and it also gives a nice surface to put more decorations on. Which I didn't put very many decorations in. I put in a little bit. Obviously, all the windows have curtains on them. There's a couple of small paintings here and there and a couple of little rugs, but it's all very, very basic. just because there isn't really tons of extra money for that. So I tried to make it, nice looking, but it's not going to be amazing for, like a snobby sim to go in and be like, wow, look at all these paintings. So, because that's obviously not in the budget. And I did do a little bit of landscaping out front. Unfortunately, if you can see, there's not a ton of extra money in the budget at this point for that. So there's a palm tree, and then eventually we put in one plant, and that's it. But, it's better than nothing. So, and again, if your sim is, really into the outdoors and they want to plant a garden, there's obviously plenty of space for them to do that. And it's something that they can work towards. So if you would like to download this small starter house for under 10,000 simoleons, you can do so on the gallery if you use the hashtag MrsTomato1018, or you can use my origin ID or the link below in the description box. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please like it or subscribe to my channel. If you have any suggestions about what I could do in the future, please leave them in the comments. I would really appreciate that. And thanks so much for watching. I hope you all really enjoyed this video. Bye!